Barry, coming from the religious background and having not grown up as Presbyterian where we accepted everything, to now being semi-family assumed Pentecostal, I truly appreciated the way you got us in at the very end of the speech. Bringing us into it, the amen, say amen. I loved it. My wife loved it more when she heard it the first time. You've done it. It's an outstanding speech. It's a great way to bring the audience into it. I think as you went through the process of giving this speech, what I really liked was that you started out without the podium in front of you. At the same time, I think that's one of actually the things that I would have liked to have seen. And it's kind of very counterintuitive to what we look at Toastmasters. So we want to get away from the podium. We want to break the fourth plane. However, what you're giving is an overall speech of the whole concept of what is a competent communicator. It's from speech one, the icebreaker. And that's actually one of the things we really do at the very beginning, is we kind of hide behind this. We hold our hands like this. I'm terrible at that myself. And then as we move into speeches 2 and 3, and really by the time we get to the point, that's where we really try to get away from the lectern. And we stand out with the group and we're addressing Robin or we're addressing Carl. Or we're bringing the audience into it. And you did that excellently throughout the whole presentation. The alliteration, the use of metaphors. The thing that I actually loved the most about your speech was that each time you gave and each time you discussed one of the speech topics, you actually gave the exact issues that came up. So the icebreaker, it's about the fear. It's about overcoming the fear of standing up here the first time. The second speech, when you get into it, it's about having a beginning and a middle and a close. When you get to the speech number 7 and you research your topic, you're talking about what it means to research, or the vocal variety of changing your voice up high and down low and sticking your hand out to try to bring everybody into the speech. Those are things that are very difficult to do. I can say that very easily because that's one of the most difficult things for me to do, is to get out here and do this. So I think that is the things that are high points. There really aren't a lot of negatives on your speech. I think the other main issue is bringing the audience into it. Even though you talk softly and you raise your voice and you reach out to people throughout and the audience throughout the speech, at the same time, the amen at the end really got the audience into it. It really sucked the audience in. And if you could try to bring that out a little bit earlier in some of the earlier speeches, that getting the audience to respond to you, that really would emphasize the point. Because at the end of the day, what your speech really is about bringing everybody and making them understand that the competent communicator is not a set of individual speeches. It's a set of linked speeches that ends up with an end state of you being able to communicate using all the assets of your abilities. At the end, I really love the speech, and I really am looking forward to seeing you in other speeches, whether the Peninsula Pros or in other contests, because every time I've heard you speak, I've really enjoyed it.